Hey everybody, Dustin Dale's back here at Comic-Con, Council Bluffs, Mid-America Center. So many booths you can check out. You get comic renderings, you can get yourself in a comic book, all sorts of great stuff, plus media guests, some of the people you've seen on television, movies, and this week, you can also see somebody who's been on AMC for quite a while now. His name is Ming Chen, part of Comic Book Man. How you doing, Ming?
What's up, everybody? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm stoked. This is my favorite weekend of the year here in Omaha, and now we got you here. You're a big fan of these cons too, I believe. Right?
I love it. I try to be at a con every weekend, and I got an email landed in my inbox. Hey, you want to go to Omaha, Iowa, Council Bluffs? Like, heck yeah! I've never been there before, and I'm having a great time.
When did you get in?
I got in very early yesterday. Okay. Took off and running. I was over at the old market.
Yeah.
I visited places like Legend Comics and Coffee. I've literally been all over. I had a Reuben sandwich. Listen, I'm doing it all here. I'm doing it all.
I like that. Coming to Omaha and taking it in for what it is. I like it, man.
Yeah, and next is pork tenderloin sandwich. I want the one as big as a dinner plate with a little tiny bun. I'm going to find it.
We'll have to talk after this interview because I'll get you the hookup.
All right.
Now, we're talking about, of course, Comic Book Man. This show came on the air. I think you guys are getting 7 seasons in now.
Yeah.
Did you think it was going to be so well loved by everybody?
No, when we first started, I was like, who's going to watch 4 older gentlemen inside of a comic book store arguing about Star Wars, the Force, Spider-Man, Infinity Gauntlets, Infinity Gems, all this stuff, Force projection. And what I found out was everywhere in a comic book store or at a fast food restaurant, the guys and gals who work there are having the same conversations. So I had no idea, but now I know, and I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like over the last 15, 20 years that the comic book industry, superheroes, pop culture TV, all that kind of stuff is really taken off at the bars. I'm talking about with my buddies. So watching you guys, it's just like hanging out with my boys.
Yeah, I love it. You go out on the street, people are wearing X-Men, Wolverine, Star Wars T-shirts. Wasn't the case, like 10 years ago. So I'm really happy. Guys like you, we knew this stuff was cool. Took a little while for the rest of the world to realize that, but I say better late than never.
Now, I see here on your desk here, you've got these nice little pop figures. This one's Kevin Smith, but there's also a Ming Chen pop doll now.
Which is completely insane. As a toy fan, as an old school toy collector, I collected G.I. Joe and Thundercats and Transformers. Never did you think you'll have your own toy, and one made by arguably the biggest name in toys right now, Funko. But it happened, and it's crazy, and I'm ecstatic. I love it.
Now, Kevin Smith, you kind of got a relationship with him before the show. How did that relationship with you and Kevin become so strong so quick?
It was crazy. A lot of it, I met Kevin because I made a fan website when his first movie Clerks came out. He saw it, gave me a call, and later on hired me, which is pretty cool. And I think through our mutual love of pop culture and just things that are cool, I think that just kind of cemented everything. So pop culture brings people together, everybody.
So do you kind of have an in when it comes to Kevin? Be like, Kevin, this is what I want you to do for your next movie, and you kind of give him an idea?
No. If you know Kevin Smith, he does what he wants to do.
So Tusk didn't come from the mind of Ming Chen?
No, Tusk came from the mind of Kevin Smith, and just maybe some of the things he likes to partake in. Wink, wink. But if you know Kevin. That came from somewhere else, so I had no influence on that whatsoever.
Well, if he needs any sort of assistant for San Diego Comic-Con this year, please let him know that I am available.
Okay.
I booked out the weekend. Just let me know.
I will see you there, my friend, because San Diego. San Diego, while awesome and big, and that's kind of the one that people think of when you think of Comic-Cons. This is where it's really at. Places like Old Comic-Con, where just fans start it, make it grow, and then make it awesome. So while this is smaller than San Diego, the spirit is still here. Mm-hmm. The fandom is still here. The cosplay is still here. Yeah. So if you want to fight through crowds and all that, and San Diego is great, but this is what cons are all about, though.
Now, I mean, you're just like me and everybody here. You're a fan of all this stuff, and you go to these cons all the time. Do you have a favorite moment at one of these cons?
I like meeting the fellow guests. I'm next to Randy Jones, which if you asked me as a kid, do you think you'd be next to one of the guys from the Village People? No, absolutely not. And you never know where you're going to bump into Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca. Yeah. If you told me as a kid that you would be shaking hands and hanging out with Chewbacca, I'm like, get out of here! Like I'm not Han Solo. I'm not. And just you could bump into Mark Hamill or Billy D. Williams, or you just never know who you're going to bump into. I love all the cosplay, and it's great. It's great being here.
Now, before I let you go, people can keep up to you with Your podcast,
Yes.
your podcast machine. Give me a quick rundown of the podcast.
Yeah, Kevin Smith kind of started. He's one of the top podcasters in the game right now, and as such, we have a couple of shows on his network. I do one with Mike Zapsik, fellow Comic Book Men cast member, called I Sell Comics. No shock there. We just opened up a podcast studio called A Shared Universe, where we teach people how to podcast. It's a dedicated space for podcasters. People come in, rent it by the hour. But me and Mike are there too if you want us to jump in and podcast with you. So if you ever come to New Jersey and come to Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash, you can also come down and podcast as well.
There you go. Make sure you come out and see Ming this weekend. He'll be hanging out, signing autographs, taking pictures, probably hanging out with you at one of these booths, checking out characters or something.
For sure.
Make sure you come check it out. Comic Con, Council Bluffs, Mid-America Center. Ming, thanks for hanging out with me, man. I appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Dustin.
Take care, guys.